Hey, 2K20 tutorial number 18. Today we're going to look at the best and the worst defensive settings that are available to you in the game. We will study in detail which settings have great synergy with the previous trigger tap on-ball defensive techniques I showed you guys earlier. Now, if you enjoy my tutorials and you would like to see more, make sure to click on the link above for my all 2K20 tutorials playlist, where I guarantee you'll find more videos to help you improve your game and, most importantly, have more fun. So as we studied together previously on tutorial number 17, our trigger tap on-ball defense works fantastic, as you see here. It makes you more balanced, it cancels blow-bys, and it helps you with contests. It honestly covers everything you need to do really on-ball defense. And with those techniques, the trigger taps, the better the defender, the better the results. So in the comment section, just let me know how you guys are learning with it. So if I need to review it, I would, but just let me know your feedback. But with the trigger taps, really, you'll be able to stop ISOs consistently. But really, though, the question is, which defensive settings would you need to stop everything else? Because people don't just ISO you all day, right? There's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff coming at you, like pick and rolls, cuts, and all of that. So the trigger tap techniques work, yes, but today is going to be about finding the best defensive settings to complement those on-ball defensive mechanics I taught you. But maybe most importantly, above all, is not so much finding the best defensive settings, it's actually knowing which defensive settings you must avoid if you plan to play on-ball D a ton and use my trigger tap techniques to shut down the opposing offense. So now let's take a look at the first one. Auto drive help is absolutely golden in 2K20. So this is the setting I'm talking about. You see the drive help rules, just focus on that. And I have set it to automatic here. Always have that on automatic because it is absolutely beautiful this year and is extremely reliable. So you see Kemba here, it's about to attack my Kawhi with a dribble move, as you can see from the dollar circle. I contained him, but now I'm doing that shuffle technique I taught you guys. But focus on Paul George. Look at how Paul George leaves Tatum, comes over, contains Kemba, and most importantly, once he realized Kemba is contained, he went back to Tatum. And if you focus on Beverly right here that I've circled for you, he's also ready to help in case anything else goes wild. So drive help rules automatic, great. I was able to recover with Kawhi back, contest the shot, and they miss, and we get the rebound. You can see here again, Kemba is about to attack off the dribble. Very good tracking and shuffle defense by Beverly here. And in this instant, you can tell Kemba is about to try to trigger a blow-by on me right at that elbow area. And we already have the drive help rules on automatic. But most importantly, we also have the moderate off-ball pressure on Cantor, which is the opposing center, which I suggest you always have. Moderate on the opposing center. Have that on the opposing center so that if any drive happens, you can see Jermichael Green here. He's already a little bit off Cantor because he's on moderate. But as Kemba drives in, you can see Jermichael Green is ready to help on the drive, and he's kind of shading Kemba in case he gets by. But Kemba doesn't. I was able to stop it. But then Jermichael Green is not so far off because he's on moderate, right? He's able to close back out, contest the shot, grab the rebound. We're good to go. And you can see once again, as a Hayward inbounds the ball to Cantor, they work it around, gets to Kemba, and Kemba's attacking off the drive again. Now this time, my Beverly got beat clean. So Kemba is going, but the drive help rules kick in alongside with moderate off-ball defense. Perfect synergy there. We're able to contest the shot, grab the rebound. That's great defense. Now here is a double screen scenario. I'm controlling Beverly. I went under the screen, able to recover on Smart. Now here's another setting that I want to show you guys that you must have. You want post defense to be 3/4 bottom. That is absolutely the best, because check it out here. As Montrezl Harrell recovers to play post D, really, he's not right up in front, nor is he right behind. He's right at that side of the defender because he's on 3/4 bottoms. That's very good to steal entry passes into the post. So that's why you gotta have it on 3/4 bottom, and it's also great positioning to play any kind of help defense on the drive. Now let's move on to hedge defense. You can see from the settings here, I have set both hedge for everybody else and hedge for the center as automatic. Alright, so the rest of the clips you're going to see are automatic hedge defense. Now, auto hedging can be reliable, but it really depends on your tolerance level of it. Allow me to explain. So you see here, auto hedging is turned on. I'm playing on ball defense. Now, ideally in this situation, because it's a Kemba, Cantor, pick and roll, Montrezl Harrell should catch hedge this. And you can see I'm controlling Beverly here. I'm trying to get over the screen. I'm doing everything I can to get over it. And you can see Montrezl Harrell is in perfect catch hedge position here. He's dropped off and he's containing Walker. And then he stays on Walker. Beverly recovers, contests a shot, gets a block. That's perfect catch hedge. That's great automatic hedge defense. So in this clip, let's just review on-ball defense quickly with auto hedging and all that. So side body contact is about to be made here between Hayward and my Paul George. What does that mean? That means shuffle your left trigger and right trigger alternatively so you can cancel the blow by from Hayward. So you can see Hayward's trying to turn the corner and blow by me. I'm using the shuffle technique here to get back right in front of him, and we're shuffling and alternating the triggers. Now, you see Hayward has the dollar circle. What does that mean? That means stop shuffling we he's about to do a move and you have to get ready to wall up. So we stop shuffling and then we hold both left trigger and right trigger to wall up Hayward, make contact with him. Now, he tries to attack us again on the side. You can see he's going for another blow by. So more shuffling from us. As you can see, we're shuffling, get back in front of him. We're in good position. Now he has to pick up the ball, so we're definitely going to wall him up. He's forced to pass. Everything is great. Very solid on-ball defense. Now we get hit with the pick and roll. Now, this is the problem with automatic hedging. You can see above Beverly's head, it says go over. But that doesn't really matter anyways because I'm controlling Beverly, so I don't need that, communication prompt. But the problem is, the computer defender is Montrezl Harrell. He is not showing me any prompt. So at this instance, I have no idea what kind of hedge defense I'm getting. And that really is a problem. I'm trying to get over it, but you can see Montrezl Harrell is playing like essentially no hedge here, and that is terrible situational awareness by the hedge defense, considering there was only 5 seconds left in the shot clock, and Beverly is a pretty darn good defender. Montrezl Harrell should have played pretty high up. This is because if you look at Jaylen Brown on the left side, he's kind of in no man's land, so his guy could have helped anyways if Montrezl Harrell played high up. Him playing no hedge, just sitting back there, allows Walker this wide open pull up, like it's wide open, so that's terrible. So that's auto hedging kind of screwing you. You can see here again, we're on auto hedge. I'm playing that good solid on-ball defense, trying to track, get back in front, doing the shoveling. Now once again, it says go over, but I have no idea what my hedge defender is doing. Now this time, apparently is an uninformed hard hedge. Now hard hedging is fine, really, I don't mind it, but if I know my hedge defender is hard hedging, which is like you see right there, right? It gives Cantor that off-ball slip. I would have off-ball and I wouldn't play on-ball defense on this. But because I had no idea that Harrell was gonna hard hedge, beforehand, I was kind of just defending it on-ball as if he was gonna play catch hedge or no hedge. And he didn't, he played hard hedge, so now I'm on ball instead of using an off ball defender to protect the paint, this is terrible, right? You can't do this. I'm giving up the slip here. Thank God I bumped him off. Great on ball defense, I recovered. But here comes another pick and roll once again. Now this time apparently it's a switch. At least he told me, but the problem is the prompt only shows on switches. It doesn't tell you if he's gonna catch hedge, no hedge, hard hedge, or soft hedge. So that's big. That's like playing defense without talking or playing defense blind. Like if I'm playing on ball, not knowing what my hedge defender is about to do is a no-no. Now knowing that he's gonna switch, that's good. But the problem is, I wouldn't want Montrezl Harrell to switch. Because I just don't. Like if he was a good switch defender, I would have done it. I don't want Lou Williams on Cantor, so I wasn't expecting this. So this is terrible also. So it's a mess. I should have just off ball if they were going to do that, right? But I didn't know he was going to do that, so I played on ball, which is terrible. So that's the problem with automatic hedge. That's why I said it depends on your tolerance level. It can get pretty frustrating. So here again, I don't know what my hedge defender is doing. At least it looks like a catch hedge here, but for some reason he just leaves. Like this is crazy. So Montrezl Harrell has left Kemba Walker to guard a Cantor pop, which is a no-no. But at least you'll be like, well, Lou Williams can at least come over to help on this Kemba drive because my Beverly is behind. But here's the problem. As you can see, my drive help rules are on automatic, but my screen help rules is on help and no rotation. I only did it like this just to show you guys how bad help and no rotation for screen help rules is. If you are planning to play on-ball defense, help and no rotation is not good for on-ball defense at all, and I'm going to show you right here why. So you see Kemba has completely beaten everybody, but Lou Williams doesn't want to help because it's help and no rotation. So he just let Kemba walks in, and same for Montrezl, he just watches. So if you guys plan to use my trigger tap on-ball defensive technique, do not ever run automatic hedge with help and no rotation on screen rules. If you do that, you will get absolutely destroyed. And even if you're not playing on-ball defense, do not run automatic hedge with help and no rotation for screen rules. Like, that combination is absolute death in 2K20. You can see here, this is what's going to happen to you. Your hedge defense is going to mess up. You don't know what they're doing. No one's going to rotate over, and it's just going to give the guy a wide open lane every time a pick and roll happens. Okay? So, none of that. Now, the following clips that are coming up, you will see me actually now use better settings. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use both screen rules and drive rules on automatic. And that's what you got to have this year for screen rules and drive rules. I know that it's very different from previous year, because previous years I always preach help and no rotation, but this year it's the other way around. You want automatic because help and no rotation is not nearly as good. So you can see I'm playing that defense. I'm Danny Green here. I know a switch is coming, so I'm about to switch to the hedge defender to pick up Tatum. But I played the switch wrong, right? So I did a terrible job here. But the auto screen help saved me. You see how Kuzma is coming over because on screen help rules now it's on automatic. So Kuzma knew I screwed up. So he comes over, contests his shot. Now this is not the best situation because Hayward is wide open. But I wanted to show you guys this clip because Kuzma coming over is big. I messed up. He cleaned up for me. We got to stop. That's pretty good. Now right now we're no longer on automatic hedge, we're on switch hedge. Now switch hedge means you must user the hedge no matter what, because the hedge is going to pick up the handler, right? So you want to switch over to the hedge defender every time, so you can use the LT hold and RT tap tracking technique I showed you guys to pick up the handler as you switch. So Anthony Davis, controlled by me here, is in a very good position to pick up Jaylen Brown. We close back out, beat him up top, and he got nowhere to go because he ran out of time, and that's good switch. Switching late at the clock, perfect. So in this instance is a corner pick and roll with a switch hedge and also automatic screen help rules. So I see this happening. I got the prompt for the switch. I'm going to switch to Anthony Davis, the hedge defender myself, so I can pick up ball and play on-ball D on my own. So I do just that, step up, use the tracking technique. I see side contact, so I'm going to use the perfect shuffle here to meet him. And then I'm also going to wall up for the contest. So that's a perfect switch, pick up, into a shuffle, into a wall up, gets the rebound, perfect stop. Alright, so with our on-ball mechanics, switch heavy suits us because the techniques, the trigger taps I showed you guys is, for at least for me, is very good. And from some of the feedback I've heard from you guys, it seems like it's working for you guys too. And what you gotta understand, if you're gonna play that much on-ball defense, you gotta use automatic help for screen help rules and all drive. And auto hedge is an absolute no, alright? So in the next defensive tutorial, probably coming up in next Monday or so, I will show you guys a non-switch hedge defense to go along with all of this, because switching does work, but sometimes you can switch 1 through 5. So ideally maybe you can switch 1 through 4 and then have the 5-man play, you know, at a hedge defense. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that next time. Now that we have the switching settings down, we have the help settings down, and we also have the on-ball techniques down, our defense is almost ready. So the last really final step I want to show you guys in detail in the next video is to show you guys how to manually hedge with the correct center hedge settings, because I heavily suggest you switch 1 through 4 no matter what with the switch defense settings you saw in 15. So review the on-ball settings you learned in tutorial number 17, and then use the help settings, the help rules and the drive rules I've showed you in this video, tutorial 18. And then in the one probably coming up Monday or Tuesday, we'll complete the entire series by talking about manual hedging against the center. Okay? So as always, thanks for coming by. Always appreciate you guys' support and comments. I read all of them, as you guys know. So leave a comment if you got any questions. And with the new patch out, I'll probably update a couple of things. I mean, the behind the back dribble moves is slightly different. Also, the speed of the game is different now with other positions. I'll talk about that sometime next week with an update tutorials on other things. But for now, I'm really enjoying the game, so always appreciating you guys' support. And as always, I'll speak to you guys again very soon.